The quantum
I don't
version.
want to think about it. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, so yeah, Badger tells you guys over breakfast that you guys will have a person accompanying you, mayhaps.
So in response to what Caradoc says, I think Huck will just say, "Let him take her if she wants. Let him take her if he wants. If she's willing to follow that little bastard, then that's on her. So long as she takes her when we part ways."
No.
I don't need you anyway.
Well, now you two are gonna start getting along, I swear. Can't just send them off like that.
Well, we have a company of what is this? A dozen? He looks at it'd be you 6 plus 3 plus Reno is 4, so 20 or 12 with Tal and Riza. Exactly a dozen. A dozen?
Is everyone going?
I do not see why not. Eva rolls her eyes at that, like, the guy that has been wanting to go see Ashworth this whole time is saying we should all go, huh? I wonder why. If you guys want, Tal can stay behind. Mina looks at her like, bruh.
Oh no.
Mina swats the back of your head, Badger. You be the one to know the way.
Fair enough.
Even you're going? And he looks at you, Roma.
Of course.
I'm surprised you came back south with us.
What? I like you all.
Say
Why wouldn't I?
I like you all, why wouldn't I?
Oh.
Eva rolls insight.
I also roll insight, because just... I trust that you're being honest. I just need to know if you're not.
Yeah. And then Kirsty for as Roma, roll me
I don't have
perception, or not perception, persuasion or deception. GM rolled, of course. Okay. And of course, if you're telling the truth or not. Do you like them all? That's the reason you're traveling with them.
No one likes hockey. That's what he believes, so he's not gonna.
Oh no, he has a defeatist complex.
That's bullshit.
You don't like me. I don't like me.
Does Caradoc give guidance, by the way?
Yeah, he believes it.
Okay, so you'll give guidance to both, or?
Yeah, both.
Okay, gotcha. Wait, let me roll for Eva. Nice. Jin. Leave it to the Ventorian to be all soft-hearted.
He's doing like... they're doing a bonding moment. This could be a positive potential of growth.
They're doing a bonding moment.
A bonding moment. It is a new day, Kirsty, so roll me another quid pro quo.
Oh no, I've lost the good one.
You lost on that one. That's right. You can roll another one.
Shame.
Yeah, I hope so.
let me hit her in the night.
It's still low.
It's still low. Yeah, it can still save you.
I mean, you can do an evil right now and just like make the thing fail.
Good.
No.
Fair enough.
Oh God.
If you want to pay 10 silver, you can roll it again.
I'm alright, thanks.
Okay, I understand.
Now that I know I don't have to pay for it, like, we're good.
God, that'd be such a late ability if you did.
EA, Ubisoft, you have to buy your racial ability.
You give them rent for existing.
Misread it and never questioned it again.
I applaud that you stuck
for
to
this
it.
stuff.
You were born
as an economist. He'd do something fucked up like that.
You're born inventory. You naturally are in debt.
Wop. Anyways, but yeah, Jin. Yeah, she seems genuine.
Genuine? Nope. Nah.
No, not genuine. If you were the one doing it, then maybe, yeah, but no, not this one.
Genuine.
I'm very genuine.
I just figured you're Ventorian, and we secured. What's the word? We secured evacuation to the Ventorian League. I figured you just want to go back home.
Well, sure, but I know back home. I don't know that here, and there's still people here in help, so, you know.
What are you, crazy?
I mean,
she has a
she's
3D
sort of-
doll.
Yeah, she sort of like looks at her bag, looks at the gaggle of people we've got surrounding us. Considering what we've been through and what we've seen, probably not too far off.
You all really are a bunch of adventurers.
I feel like I should be
Don't
offended
lump
by
me
that.
in with them, okay?
Adventure is derogatory.
As soon as we get this thing out of, what do I call you? Duck. There you go. As soon as we get this thing out of
Well, now
Duck,
you have
I
multiple
don't
options.
think
Go
Dahlia.
with default.
Well, I mean, there's an alternative to Dahlia, isn't there?
Duck.
Uh,
No, duck.
As soon as we get this thing out of Duck's head, then he looks at Eva. He says, "And we're going where?"
Let's do one thing at a time first. I applaud thou's ambition and drive, but
Dine.
Riza chuckles at that. You need practice, princess. Eva gets this glacial ice cold sweat on her, but she doesn't. How to say this? When you know you've been caught, don't try to break the game. Because that's when you. Because that's when you know. That's when you purposely are trying to get yourself fucked over. Right. Regardless, we should figure out the soon and immediate situation first before we plan on anything after. And I believe right now, she looks to you, Denver. The dock passenger in your head takes priority. And I don't see why we shouldn't all go.
I agree. I cannot, in good conscience, abandon you while you're still in peril.
To be honest, if we're going to be chasing Ash Wardens, we'll be leaving the light on the road. Either for a moment or she stops. I certainly hope not for a night. That would be a death sentence. But regardless, safety numbers. And with this count of people, or even half of it, the concept for the approach, rather, for stealth is more unlikely.
The more of us there are, the more likely we are to be seen.
I think we're going to be seen anyways. We'd have to be sending a scant handful of individuals for this to be quiet.
Hawk just kind of gives a shrug, well, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Well, yeah, that's
suggesting.
why I'm asking.
Oh,
He was saying
it's-
you'd have to send 3 people, which is a quarter of your guys' number.
yeah, hot different.
Hawk Denver, Eva.
Eva's not confident that you guys are quiet enough.
Yeah.
Not in the slightest. You kidding me?
You guys can roll a nat 20 and survive, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I heard that maybe there.
Yeah, maybe. As I
Right,
said,
that's still true.
safety in numbers. And besides, getting out of town might be good for the town. I don't think that Bugbear has forgotten us, and according to Irene, he has come back, or he will come back. So perhaps we might be luring him out of town, away from any potential avenues he would have. If he follows us. If.
It's more likely than not.
I bet he is a bugbear.
Very.
It's a
Petty.
bugbear.
Is that a question?
It's more of a pointing out the obvious. Just to make sure it's still obvious.
Then we'll have to be on guard when we're out there. We're going to be on guard no matter what.
He said
What? Then let us get going. Fayez, he's sit down in his crisscross leg position. He puts his hands on the ground and flips himself to a standing position. Let's go.
Before we head
How
out.
do you do that?
Boredom and practice in one's youth.
Dahlia will offer a toxin to Hawk and Jin.
You guys have it. And you can apply it now, and it will last until you end of a long rest, or until your I think it was the next successful strike, or 3 successful strikes, something like that.
The
No, it's one. You get
toxicity of
one.
a
Only one? There
city.
Unless it's ammo, then you get 3.
Yeah.
Does it have a different damage type than poison?
Acid.
It's acid. Okay, cool.
Record that down somewhere. So let's drop in.
Acid.
I also have it on my sheet.
Okay, roger that.
It's a D6.
The output.
D6 plus.
You prep it in front of everyone, right?
Pardon?
You'd like prep it in front of everyone.
Yeah, she'd pick her own little corner in the morning, and it's part of her routine.
Okay.
No
As
sense
far
in
as
trying
is
to
making
hide.
breakfast, Riza does come over too. What you making?
My concoctions for the day. Some
And
potions,
this
toxins.
is sort of like what Tal makes. Although I think you might want to branch your craft out. Poison and toxins are so closely intertwined.
Certainly working on it.
We're leaving the heat, so maybe something cold.
Something cold.
She nods.
All right. I make bombs too. I can make those cold.
Sure, if you want. Or you can diversify even more. Either one. So, do you shift your toxin? And what do you make your bombs?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll shift my toxins to cold.
And your bombs?
I'll do 1 cold, 1 fire.
Roger that. Roger. So, you guys say your fond farewells to the captains. Mina goes says bye to Lawrence, quartermaster, of course. And as you guys are saying your goodbyes, Molly does find her way over to you guys.
Old.
She goes over to Badger, unsurprisingly. And it looks like she does have like her own little kit, her own little pack. So who's been okay? Well, Badger definitely for one. Caradoc,
He's been in like the medical wing.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
not-
he was with me at one point.
it's not a medical wing. I'm asking about. Has anyone hung out by the quartermaster aside from Badger?
Yeah, not
Quartermaster?
Potentially.
No. I've only visited him like once or twice.
Okay, then yeah, we'll just. Okay, tell you what, we'll just do like aside from Badger, you just auto succeed. Everyone, roll me a perception.
one perception. You say? Has she been given some nice gifts by the
Oh.
good quartermaster?
Yeah, I just
That
realized.
is that is a 22. We'll take it, but shift it to GM.
Yeah.
So everyone but Caradoc from the looks of it.
Aw.
Shame.
It does look like she was given guard equipment.
Hey, yo?
Not armor. She's not proficient in armor, but like in terms of like their backpacks, food, rations, that sort of stuff. It does look like she was given a nice little blessing to go with. So that's cool. I'm ready to go. Where are we going?
Look at Tell.
Yeah.
Badger, is
Yeah.
this the companion you were mentioning?
Yes, weirdos. This is Molly. Molly,
Hi.
these are the weirdos. And that one
Hiya.
over there is Hawk. He's a little racist.
She gets a perturbed look. Racist?
Against
He doesn't
me.
like goblins.
Why? Why?
Rolls his eyes.
Why? He's only good.
I've heard some things about Macaw and the free roams, but you can't judge one person by the entirety of the people. She chuckles at that slightly, half-heartedly.
Hawk gives her a very skeptical look. Like, yes, you can.
What do you mean? Yes, I can.
It's funny, you.
I actively do.
At the same time, Caradoc, not far, nods sagely.
She looks between the two of you, and then she crouches down and whispers to you, Patrick. Your friends are interesting.
Yeah. That's the nice way of putting it. Yeah.
Before we depart, Molly,
Yes.
are you aware that our journey will very likely be extremely perilous?
What do you mean?
Dangerous.
I understand the term peril, sir, but where do you plan on going?
To kind of tell you how things have been going so far, I've got an aberrant in my head that we're trying to get rid of.
Takes a deep inhale, like intake a breath.
Yeah.
And that's just what we're doing right now. That kind of
I probably
perilous.
should have mentioned that before inviting you.
That's
my bad.
In order to get it out, we're gonna have to leave the safety of the road.
We won't be off it for too long,
Long enough.
ideally. Yes, long
Hypothetically.
enough.
You know how to use that kit you're carrying?
She doesn't have any weapons.
Ooh, never mind. then.
She's packed with Lunchables, a yo-yo.
But
Yes!
he sees that she is unarmed, and he says,
She probably has a hatchet, but not like a battle axe.
for
or
like
like a...
cutting wood. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
She's a camp follower.
She is your guys' camp follower if you guys will have her.
Well,
She gets in
you
a
better
fight, she
stay very
hides.
close. You better stay very close or very, very far away.
There is some. That's it. It doesn't take an insight roll for us. She is. This is new information to her, and she is scared. But there's something underlying all of it. Some glint of something.
Bloodlust.
No, not bloodlust, but
Yeah.
whatever it
The
is,
curse of Avatar.
it does find purchase in her mind and becomes more and more prominent. I've heard the stories from all the guards, the medics, the doctors, the surgeons, the refugees. I don't think they have a face to the name, but they know that someone out there is making a difference. And I know it's all of you. I trust that you guys will keep me safe, but I don't expect it. The world isn't that fair. She looks to you better, Mark would attest. But I'd be happy to help in whatever way I can. If it's for something greater than me.
Your
She's
courage
right.
is commendable.
No,
Roger.
no, sir. She shakes her head. I'm self-interested. I benefited from such greater good. I'm only paying it back. She smiles.
Oh shit, never mind that.
She's
What's a very
wearing
Ventorian
the-
sounding response? He says not knowing if they're Ventorian, but also it's in this town, so it's like 50-50 shot.
Yeah. If the little girl wants to go, then let her go. And her death will be on her own hands. That's freedom of choice.
We're not saying no. We're just letting her know what she's getting into.
And I appreciate that. I don't know if I'll hold to that resolution if something happens to me, but do
Well,
any of us
luckily
really
you
know what
wait.
we're like when we're about to die? General insight.
La-di-da, how is me
Yeah,
feeling at
advantage.
that sentence?
Advantage from Fires.
Take
Oh, gee
guidance.
willikers. I already had it on, thanks, bud. I figured it would be.
Oh,
I'm getting
well.
a lot of
20.
those
Yeah,
exact
you're evening
things.
out, yeah. Mina knows exactly what she's like in the face of death, and she's proud of it. She didn't say anything, though. She just gives, like, a intrigued look on her face.
Sorry,
She's the
for my own
exception?
clarification, Mina knows what Mina is like in the face of death, or Mina knows what the kid's like in the
Yes.
face of death. Okay.
She doesn't know about the kid.
I don't know if she's taking a shot in the dark.
Maybe later, Mina. Fires might have a better idea of on certain people's reaction to death, but the path does what the path does. So, It sounds like you guys having a camp follower. And it sounds like you guys are ready to head up.
Yeah.
He has my welcome.
Actually, I want to have 5 more conversation. That's fine.
Damn! So, Tal leads the way. Tal leads you guys out of town.
Tal knows the
Out of
way.
town.
He knows Dewey.
Those do we?
God,
You
it
guys-
takes one sentence.
He's following
Apparently.
a dozen people going,
Like,
you
oh,
know,
it's like an echo chamber in here or something.
show us Dewey.
So,
I'll
Tal
just
will
leave this
lead you
off the
guys
cliff.
out of town. It will be going on that southeastern road out towards Kravos. And you guys will really just be following that for most of us, to be honest with you. There's no reason to veer off of it. Any speed bonus you get from it will be hindered by the fact that you're traveling through essentially difficult terrain. Which for Tal wouldn't matter. For a group of 12 people, 13 now,
Matters a lot.
it matters a lot. Exactly.
Is he a ranger in sort? Because I know rangers have that ability, like really high level.
You ask him?
That's it. If it's notable that he has like next to no difficulty walking through natural brush and stuff.
He definitely doesn't seem slowed down by it.
Yeah, then he would postulate that because he's probably seen a Mucinese like ranger-ish sort, but like high end kind of person that is similar. So you some type of ranger? Where you from?
You ask this as you and Caradoc are definitely the most athletic people. Actually, no, most athletic. Yeah, you two are top. I think Badger probably follows behind you guys.
Yeah.
So you're not trailblazer because technically Tal's trailblazer, but you're second up, catching up to him, and he has leaned against a rock waiting for everyone to catch up.
That's about
And you
right.
guys yeah, so like you're the fastest, but he, as you say, he is of a ranging sort. And you ask him like, are you over exactly that? Don't know.
Don't. He tilted his head at one. He thought there was a binary to this answer, and he found the third option. What do you mean you don't know?
Don't remember.
Ah.
Don't remember much. Whatever it is, stuck with me.
Right, there's a natural muscle memory.
More than muscle. He taps one, like he reveals and taps one of the little vials that he has on his kit. No, I still remember how to make these too. You look at the vial, and it does seem. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not the glass vial. There's only so much difference in it.
All right.
The key difference from this one that he has and the one you've seen Denver and most other people use is the tip, like the opening of it. Whereas they're normally corked or whatever. This one has like this almost like brass or metallic cover, like cap to it, that has like this sort of fluting to it. This like sort of like a little nozzle, a little node on it.
Like a sippy cup?
Not fully, no. Similar, but not fully. You are the first one to finish. So you and Tao have the time to shoot the shits a bit. While this conga line of people is trailing up this... Well, here's the other thing. Because you're from the Rusin Realms, there's a lot of fucking hills and mountains in the Rusin Realms. Like, a lot of them. So you are much more adept at hill travel and mountain travel and uphill travel than most people here. Not everyone, but most.
As well as Jin was definitely the outdoorsy kid.
Yep,
So like this is like
100%.
entirely his shit.
So it's not surprising at all why you're the first one to finish.
Hey Dad, what's it going? It's like, what, kept up? Almost? I forgot what I was doing. Amnesiac remembers how to do that, not just muscle memory. So how far back do you truly remember? Well, with confidence, I should say.
Roll persuasion.
It is at the moment that I roll persuasion that I realize, that's a bit too prying. Oops.
I mean, you'll know immediately if Tao doesn't appreciate your pride.
No, it's not an advantage! God
Well.
Oh, it's a
Natty.
14.
I think that's the first nat 20 today. I think the first nat anything today, because I remember opening up the list of crits.
Well, yeah, but I don't think he has advantage.
And
if you fucking let him, because like Jin is, I don't know, keeping pace.
I'll say you get advantage, but I won't tell you the source.
I can dig it. It's fucking Riza just being like, hey, you should befriend
it
these
is.
fuckers.
No, it is Riza, but that she doesn't say anything. He's just looking at her as she is very gracefully and undeterred, like traveling in the middle of the pack. She's not breaking a sweat in the slightest, though. She's traveling slow because you guys are traveling slow.
She's slowing herself down.
She's slowing her gait. And you can tell he looks at her for a moment, and she looks at him as you're asking this question. Eventually, he stops looking at her in response to your question. Not a lot. Less than a year. My first memories of Riza. Every now and again, I get some bits and pieces from beyond that. Never good, though. I'm not trying to remember. Not yet, at least.
About there is when Jin realizes, oh, sorry, I did not mean to pry. Especially
If I
with
didn't
it
want you
being...
prying, I would have attacked you already.
Yeah, I appreciate the lack of wounds, then.
He nods.
So...
He stares out to the path that you guys have just traversed on.
Hmm.
Don't see any bugbear.
Well, if you don't see it, then it's simply not there. Or invisible.
That's what I'm thinking.
If you cannot see it... That weed smell, do you detect that by chance?
Still smell it everywhere, but nothing potent right now. When we get into the tree line, I'll do a check. You guys can take a break.
Jin nods. Would it be better if he kept the whistle or gave it to that fella? He's going to...
Ask him.
Yeah, he's gonna at the very least offer it. In our time here, he pulls out his whistle. We repurposed this. It used to be a communication device, but now it can sense when those bugbears are around. It's vibrates.
Hold on to it then.
Okay.
I don't like relying on crutches. Sometimes with false leads. If I hear it, I hear it, and if I don't, I don't. No bias.
Well, then may Newman be with you. Whoever that might be.
Don't know. And not Chrysanthos, I know that.
What's Chrysanthos again?
The god of the sea. Also named the Chrysanthos.
Oh,
It is
wild.
It is a Ventorian. Eventually you all catch up, and you guys resume your trek into the tree line. Wherein Tao gestures to a spot for you guys to rest at while he does a quick check. It is not it's a short rest, but not a mechanical short rest, so you don't need to bust out supplies or anything like that. He disappears for 5-10 minutes before coming back, checking in with Riza, and then going back to you, Jen. Nothing. He shakes his head.
And it seems that it does not attack. Yeah. Seems that it did not follow us.
Maybe he's still dead.
It could take time to regenerate. I don't know how long it would take to regrow an entire body. It's not exactly my forte of study.
Depends. Depends how they regrow it. Regardless, not here.
That's true.
Eyes forward.
Jin gestures forward as like a lead the way kind of notion.